Hello everyone, I'm David John Spahn. I'm running for president in 2016. And this is Technology Thursday. Welcome. We are talking tonight about how this amazing third party, is forming amidst technology and how it's evolving. We are almost like a fusion of the multicasting capability that is now available to home users with our XSplit program that we purchased. And we also have the ability to reach out on multiple networks now that give live stream video to every user out there. Now this is a very powerful tool and can ultimately provide our nation the bridge we need to get past the power of the mainstream media and the people that back it. The elitists that have been supporting the structure of government we have right now, the political structure, they also buy into the two-party system and control that with their $50,000 plate dinners. And they also control the message. And they have defined the message so well that people like America's Third Party with our press releases are ignored completely. Even when we call on the phone and talk about some event we're doing, we're ignored. So this venue right now is exactly what we were born to do. And when Sarah and I started this 4 or 5 years ago, we were amazed. She got me started on Blog Talk Radio, because I've got a history in radio. I used to be a news director at a radio station, and I got into doing a daily radio show. And I thought, well, this is fun. And then I noticed Blog TV out there, and then we joined Blog TV. Well, the technology has seemingly evolved to the point where it's competing, and then YouNow Network bought up Blog TV. Blog TV closed down. We lost a lot of viewers there, but we're still evolving because we've got multiple networks to keep abreast of everybody's chat. And we can mount all this on one chat room, which we have called coolrock.com, which is pretty amazing. Coolrock.com is our chat hub. And if you guys want to see a pretty cool site, I should show it to you. Give you a little demonstration of coolrock.com. I don't think people know how easy it is to manipulate the pages, but it is. And I think somebody out there who's tried it will realize that you can do anything with a web page now. We met the creator of CoolRock, of the backbone of this network. We created CoolRock, by the way. It was our first website that actually was all about a party we wanted to start called the CoolRock Party. Anyway, I'm going to bring up coolrock.com over here and show you how cool it is. Now, I've got it open on one page, but I'm going to bring it over here and give you guys a little example of what it is. And then I'm going to go into a dissertation that's not going to bore you because it's all about technology, and I think all of you need to know. Steve's Bro says, what's the best site to cast on, Dave? At this point, I'm liking BattleCam. I really am. I don't know what it is, but we moved right into BattleCam, and Alki David has done a really good job with keeping a very, very interesting chat ensemble going, and it keeps young people involved. We want to reach out to a lot of young people because that's how the message is spread. Let's go to that site here. Let's go give you a little tour of CoolRock. I think it's amazing how we've been able to pull this off. But not only do we have multicasting going on, but we've also got, typing into my area, this site, coolrock.com. Let's go there. And it opens up a Scraplet page. Now, Scraplet.com is the brainchild of a guy named Steve Rapiti. And we met Steve Rapiti 4 years ago at a mashup in Silicon Valley. And he introduced this thing. Basically, anybody can move their page around. And you can go to the main dashboard up at the top and choose anything you want to insert. You can go to Tools, you can go to Share. There's all these things you can add. You can change the background. The background that I have given you is just some basic background, but you can do whatever you want and move these things around. That's what makes CoolRock so amazing. You can also create your own account at Scraplet.com, and they'll give you a certain amount of storage space for you to do whatever you want. Here we go. Why I changed my mind on weed. This is the story of Sanjay Gupta. Yes, and I don't want to give you any details as to why he's changed his mind other than the fact that somebody got him high. I'm sure that happened. Okay. Yeah, new chat hub. By the way, this is our mobile ready site at americasthirdparty.com. It is completely resizable. You can take it onto your platform. You can go on there, and all these little stars here that Sarah's created gives you the ability to find out about our YouTube videos, chat with us in real time right at Cool Rock. You can make a donation here at this button. You could even go to ringtones. Check out ringtones. Ringtones, you can add ringtones to your phone right off of this site, mixer.com, and you can play songs and things that I've created, all original music that we've created to help people get attracted to what we're doing. Let's see what this one sounds like.
Answer the phone. It could be me, David John Sponheim for president. Go to americasthirdparty.com and change the world.
Wow, change the world. That was pretty big of me. Here's another one I've got.
americasthirdparty.com. Hi, you probably think this is a recorded message, because it is. In fact, it's the only voice we have to reach out to you. We're average Americans who think the two-party system is destroying our country. So please, check us out at americasthirdparty.com and get involved in politics, please.
It could be music too. This is original. Okay, that'll really disturb everybody in your household, so you don't want to do that forever. Let's take a look and see what else we've got. The programmable web. Ooh, cool site to go to, everybody. The programmable web. It's called programmableweb.com. I'll give you guys a link. It's pretty cool. No, I used Acid. Somebody asked, did I do a GarageBand to make that music? No, I was on Acid. I don't mean LSD. Yeah, right. I actually was on Acid, Sony's audio editing tool. And it's a really good one. But that's another thing you can go to. Programmable web is very interesting. Connecting devices together with new APIs. And you can learn how you can integrate your mashups on your Android and make all kinds of things happen. You could even start writing apps to the Android operating system and make some serious money. DJ Justin likes the Acid program. He likes that program. I worked with a lot of technologies in radio. And when I was in my early days in radio, we used to use it the old-fashioned kind. We took these 8-track things in and stuck them in for the commercials. And I was there during the transition to brand new, modern, computerized technology like WaveCart and SAW and Acid. We have abilities now to create amazing things in our desktop computers. Now, there's some bad news right now. Yeah, let me bring you this reality. This is interesting. This is good news. First augmented reality app for Google Glass. Very interesting. Let's take a look at this. Hopefully it won't play a commercial, but it might. It's downloading or something. Okay? It's so augmented I can't even get it on the screen. Oh, here we go.
I'm the CEO of Reuters.
Oh, hi.
We're a company specialized in building applications for Android, iOS, and now for Google Glass.
Okay.
Today, we're going to show you the first ever augmented reality application for Google Glass.
Okay.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Wait a second. Let me get my Google glasses on. Hold on. Have you guys Googled Gaga yet? She's up to some amazing things. Okay, these are like imitation Google glasses because I can't afford $1,500. You're going to give me one? Thank you. I don't know what to do as a payback for you, Godney. We've got chatters telling me they're going to give me something. Thank you. Let's hear it. Augmented reality app for Google Glass. Vuforia. Like welcome. Augmented reality. So maybe I can use my Retina to access files? Oh, 3-dimensional. Oh, this is cool. Very cool. You think the Google glasses will control our minds? What if you don't have a mind to control? What if you're completely fluoridated and are babbling? That is very cool. Augmented reality, folks. You can add 3 dimensions to the things you're holding. Isn't this cool? Thank you, Sarah. I had no idea they were doing this. So this is going to be an amazing toy for you to play with in the bedroom. Yeah. Okay. I know. I don't know what to think. Things are happening so fast, I feel like I'm going to levitate any second now. Looks like LSD, you're saying? There you go. I'm pretty impressed, I got to tell you. Let's see if it plays in full screen. No full screen. There we go. Ah.
Well, it seems that technology is zooming forward. Could it be the power of Satan?
Stay tuned for more Google Glass applications.
Okay, thank you. That was pretty cool. Thank you, Easy Lemon, Kevin McLeod. Thank you for that. And thank you for Google Glass, augmented reality. Now I'm going to bring you something that's incredibly disturbing. Fukushima fisherman tale. This is unbelievable, folks. Talk about technology. We're dealing with an even weirder situation now. Fukushima fisherman tale. Radioactive water from the Daiichi plant is flowing into the ocean at a rate of 300 tons a day. Are you ready for this? That's a lot. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So we're looking at, big numbers here. So let's take a look at this right now. I'm going to play.
Got going on in Fukushima, Japan.
Yeah, this is off a website. This is somebody broadcasting his website.
Now, it's not even being spoken of. Not
Yeah,
a word
nobody's
in
talking about
mainstream media. We have 300 tons
300 tons
of radioactive water flowing into the ocean a day from the
Mr.
Daiichi
Anderson.
plant.
Yeah.
Okay, now what they're doing is they are
levee's
pumping in
broke.
400 tons of water. 300 tons of it is escaping into the ocean, and that's not accounting for the groundwater that is contaminated that they just came out this past week.
Groundwater
and admitted to.
contamination. Yeah.
They cannot fix this problem.
They can't fix the
And
problem.
if somebody doesn't step in and help, it's just going to cripple the world. It's just going to keep poisoning the
cool.
ocean and affecting us all more than you know. The people on the West Coast are suffering. If you look at the numbers and the statistics, they're shocking. But yet people don't seem to care because they're not seeing it on the mainstream news. Well, you got another thing coming to you. You better pay attention to what's going on with this planet.
Okay, can I trust that link you sent
Right
me?
now, this plant also has 3 times more cesium coming
Whoa,
out of it
3
than Chernobyl's total release.
Dude, are you serious? That
Do you
underscores the
understand that?
scale
That is huge.
of this never-ending threat. Yeah. Now let's talk about this because this is not
killing
something.
our planet.
Thank you very. It is killing our planet. Yep. Are you done?
I think the only way to solve this personally is to bury it as deep as
I
you can bury
agree.
it. It doesn't solve it.
I
You
agree.
can't with this nuclear energy
I
crap.
agree, dude. Yeah.
But
Totally.
that's the only option right now. Shoot it into space, and I don't.
Oh. We're not going to shoot it into space. That's a lot of radioactive dirt. No, I was recommending early on, and this is why, my thoughts on these kind of things really are important because I'm a pretty smart guy. And I can tell you that the first thing we should have done, we should have taken proactive stances with Japanese government and tell them, you need to bury this, and we will assist you. But no, Obama, well, make no mistake about it. We're going to ignore this until it becomes a worldwide disaster. Now, that's his approach. Now, Scott, you are a person that has an idea of what we're talking about here. The dementia that you're experiencing right now, Scott, is probably coming from plutonium landing on your eyelids. They have a little meter over in Seattle that checks the amount of plutonium that comes in. 5 clicks a day they're getting on this little panel. That means if you're standing out there with your mouth open going, you're going to get 5 little drops of plutonium in your mouth. You know what Michio Kaku has said? He has said that 1 little particle of plutonium may cause irreparable lung cancer 15 years from now. Yeah. You listen to that guy? He's a pretty cool guy, isn't he? He doesn't buy a lot of conspiracy theories, but this is conspiracy fact. They really are allowing nuclear reactors, 3 of them, to melt down. Yes. And the number 4 reactor still has spent fuel rods in it. They can't even get robotics to go in there because the battery packs heat up and they don't work anymore when they get near the radiation. The radiation levels are off the map, all right? Now, what the Japanese government has done is particularly disturbing. They have taken portions of that water and put it around the outlying area so that the numbers are skewed. When they look at the numbers of people who are actually experiencing contamination levels of radiation, it doesn't seem so bad when the entire area is also polluted. Well, these robots have battery packs like lithium-ion packs that are burning up. Oh, gee, good segue to the Dreamliner 787 problem. Lithium-ion batteries burning up. Yeah, another symbol of problems with our technology. It's not going to be easy migrating to brand new technology, but one of the things that America's Third Party really wants to do is convince Congress to change the laws regarding patents. Currently, patents, you can get a patent and then hold on to that patent and never license it to anybody. We believe that they should have mandatory licensing requirements on all patents in the United States. This would force companies like ExxonMobil, which recently, by the way, picked up the patent for the nickel metal hydride battery that is currently used in various hybrids, like the hybrid I have, the Insight, the Honda Insight. Well, that technology is now owned by an oil company. And you're asking, why would an oil company buy battery technology? To sit on it, to not sell it. Because the oil companies don't want us to have highly efficient batteries, like the nickel metal hydride, developed by the Ovinskys in Detroit. Okay, and they're dead. The Ovinskys are dead, but they sold the patent to ExxonMobil. So you see, we've got a huge political battle, folks. And one of the reasons why I'm running for president is to spearhead new technologies, to lead on various things from maglev rails, making sure that they are pay-as-you-go, not throw billions of dollars at these things like Obama wants to do, and other ideas like an ocean pipeline. And I don't know what Technology Thursday would be like without one discussion of our ocean pipeline, because it's one of our most important technological developments that we came up with at America's Third Party. I'm very proud of the fact that in 2005, Sarah Hart and I developed this idea and are working toward developing it big time by testing various modules. And I'm ready to start working on my number 3 module. It's going to be next to the house here. We're going to be creating a module very similar to this item. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. We'll bring it up for you. Well, here's the maglev rail trains from other areas. There's one that's currently in Shanghai, but you can imagine how it would be. And we've talked about the hypercoil technology that the maker of Tesla is talking about developing. He wants to create chutes, veritable chutes that send vehicles through long tubes. Let's get that up and running here. This is the seawater pipeline in a nutshell. I'm going to bring it up for you. In fact, I'll put it behind me. It's a lot easier to stretch it out here. Anyway, the seawater pipeline is essentially a dome about 10 feet long and 6 feet wide, very small really, made out of polycarbonate plastic, which can be mass produced and transported easily because you could practically pick one of these up with a couple guys. The sidewalls are unibody construction, are reservoirs for fresh water. Now let me tell you what happens. When we put seawater in the middle of the module, the sunlight from outside goes through the translucent dome and heats up this area to 150 degrees, roughly. And then water in the center evaporates onto the inside of the dome, and little droplets of dehumidified air land into the freshwater troughs along the side. Both of these areas can be turned into reservoirs and stored for potable use, farming, drinking. All of this is possible. I'd like to develop this initially in the Central California area, the Salad Bowl of California, a 200-mile stretch of land. This thing can be constructed in less than 6 months. It can be brought in on diesel or rail, and can ultimately provide free, fresh water. Now the cost of the equipment, all that will be amortized over the cost of the water. So when I say free water, nothing's free. And they say that water will someday be the oil of the future. Well, this is in preparation for what's going to happen. This is in preparation for a world gone dry. Now, I don't want to scare any of you today, but we've got some serious problems going on with the sun. This may come as a shock to you, but the sun is changing polarity. Yes, there's a major shift in polarity that's going down right now. And a lot of people are kind of like, huh? What? What does that have to do with me, dude? Well, I don't know. It's affecting a lot of things. The sunspot activity has increased. You probably know that 2013 is a banner year for sun. Well, whatever's going on with the sun affects the dryness of the planet. And a seawater pipeline could be the cure, because this doesn't really rely solely on climatic conditions being just perfect. They can have sunny days. We do need, of course, sun, but we could have extreme sun and still run the pipeline to create fresh water. But what's happening with the sun is a polar shift. NASA is reporting that there's going to be a polar shift in the next year. And they said it's nothing to worry about because it typically happens every 11 years. Now I'm wondering why NASA has waited this long to talk about it. I think I'm getting a little sunburn here. I better get rid of the video that's doing that. Every 11 years, that's correct. It's flipped 4 times since you've been alive, dude. And you were wondering, you were thinking you were having a bad day, and just tell your mom, I think the polarity's affecting me, Ma. Yeah. I know shortwave operators will be panicking. Absolutely. We'll be taking Skype calls after our recorded broadcast. Alrighty? Thank you. I'm not. In fact, this is really good. This is the kind of thing that we leave in archive. So don't accuse us ever of not doing a good show, because all the shows that we do, from the beginning to the end, are good. That's my belief. I don't think we can do anything wrong. We've been incredibly successful at doing the same thing every day, over and over again. But we change the themes. Let's see what we got here. Let me take this one up. Yeah, now this is the kind of thing we could build in America, but the cost to the Chinese government is over $15 billion. The argument that they're going to get their money back is really questionable. Can we get our money back from a maglev rail? Do we want to throw lots of money at it? Well, what we have proposed at America's Third Party is a way in which we can actually create energy with the maglev rail. We believe that a renewable energy maglev rail is something that would really help our country. That's a concept that we are proposing. The idea that using wind power and solar energy to collect the solar energy and turn it into electric energy, going back into the grid, is very real. In fact, that was one of the proposals we made to Seattle. Back in the early days, about 7 years ago, when Seattle was considering a monorail, we sent in a proposal from the Cool Rock Party. And that proposal was completely returned back saying, we're not interested. Now, what happened was the Democrats in Seattle who were developing the monorail program, they put $128 million into that monorail program, and they got nothing for it. They ended up getting an animation video. We had a plan where we would construct wind turbines at every turn station that would generate energy, and along the southern facing walls of the monorail, we would collect solar energy. So we could literally pay for the monorail, augment the fees to build it off of the revenue coming from electricity. Very simple concept. And that helps me segue to the next concept, which is my final question to the American people. You know that solar panels are incredibly competitive, that we're losing money on the solar industry. You know that Solyndra lost $527 million and then closed up. Took your tax dollars and then closed up. You know that, right? And Obama blew it, right? Well, there is brand new technology sitting in our universities that Obama is not connecting the dots to. He's not going to the guys that are developing nanotechnology that make solar panels that get 85% efficiency and getting those guys to mass produce those things. He's not going to the makers of hydrogen ion generators that can slice the silicate so finely that it saves 50% of the cost to create a solar panel, and merging those guys with the other guys and making a mass-produced, under $1 a watt solar panel with incredible efficiency. Folks, we can compete in this industry. We can take China on, we can take everybody on, but we need to get our head out of our ass. Obama is a non-starter. He is a lame duck president who has left us with nothing. No new ideas, no jobs for Americans, no reasonable housing, and he's left us with nothing. So we need to get the president impeached or a brand new president in the White House to start spearheading these projects that will get America's jobs and to save our money on electric and make it all very, very affordable for us to have a completely off-the-grid home someday in the future. And we need to get the oil and the coal lobby out of our party. We don't have it in our party. They've got it in the Republican and Democratic Party. And the oil and coal lobby will never have a chance to infiltrate what I'm doing. We will openly discuss these issues with them in front of the American public on C-SPAN. I will not have private meetings with the oil and coal companies like Obama did when he denied people access to the guest list at the White House. So I'm just as frustrated as you are over Obama. Those of you that voted for him feel like it was a mistake. I understand that. I'm also fully aware of why you voted for him, because you had Mitt Romney and John McCain as alternatives. These guys are completely like dinosaurs, both John McCain and Mitt Romney. And a guy comes along who's a flashy black man who reads off a teleprompter. Yeah, so you vote for him instead. Well, he's not the guy. He's not going to solve our problems because he's not thinking out of the box. He is not thinking for himself. He's reading a teleprompter. I rest my case. Thank you for watching this recorded broadcast, and come back for our regular show from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific time, weeknights.